Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Sumukascha Yekadantascha Kapilo Gajakarnakaha Lambodharascha Vikato Vignarajo Vinayakaha Dhumaketurganadhyakshaha Phalachandro Gajananaha Vakratundaha Surpakarno Herambaha Skandapurvadaha Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Sasivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Dhyayet Sarva Vignopasantaye Yasyadvarada Vaktradhya Parishadhya Parasatam Vignum Nignanti Satatam Vishvaksenam Tamastraye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheswaraha Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Satchidananda Rupaya Krishnaya Aklishtakarine Namo Vedanta Vedhyaya Gurave Buddhisakshine Krishnadvaipaya Namvyasam Sarvabhuta Hiteratam Vedabcha Bhaskaram Vande Samadhi Nilayam Munim Narayanam Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet. Now, with Swami's grief, let us continue from where we left off. Yesterday, one young lady asked a very fine question about Nara Narayana as we were concluding our session yesterday. Now, when we read these Slokams, we get the feeling that these all happened sometime in the past because Brahma is teaching Narada, so we are all taught to believe that this is millenniums of so many years ago, so many yugas ago, and all that, right? We have this idea of kalpam and so many years and all that. So that's the way our mind works. But the truth is, Bhagavatam is a living thing. It is a thing. The relationship between the Bhakta and Bhagavan is at this moment taking place in your life, in my life, in everybody's life. Whether I'm aware of it or not, it is taking place. So it's a very living, as we call in English, we call it as a living document, but it's more than a document. It's a current thing. It's a present thing. So Brahma is nothing but the creative aspect in our mind. Narada is nothing but the Omkaram that is present, the Ahlada Dhvani that is present within us, that as we go through stages of spiritual expansiveness of our heart, we call it as a traveling through the chakras. We can hear the Ahlada Dhvani and the Veena that Narada carries, that we all know, figuratively speaking, all the time. It is nothing but the Sukshma Nadi that runs parallel to our spinal cord, and the song, the Kirtanam that Narada all the time does is the Omkaram. Okay? So these are all the current thing we have to think. It is very much part and parcel of us. So when you personalize it, Nara Narayana is nothing but you and me, individually. Each one of us is a Nara, whether you're a woman or a man, it doesn't matter, the human being. And the same Narayana is within us also. And what is the difference between who I think I am and who I really am? There's no difference. Nara Narayana, there's no difference. That is the avataram that has taken place right this minute within you and within me. Okay? So it is not just a book that we are reading. Now, what did Nara Narayana do? What is that avataram that has come? When we say twins, that is the twins that has been born. But what does it do? It's mainly come to manifest and set an example for how to do tapas. So, Narayanam Namaskritya. When we worship Narayana, Naran Chaiva Narottamam, that Naran, that human being, Eva only becomes Nara Uttamam. He becomes a supreme-most among all the human beings. Namaskritya. To both of them, the Nara and Narayana. One is Bhagavan, the other is a potential Bhagavan. There is no difference, the latent Bhagavan. So through tapas, when the Nara, when the human being Just the tapas, the purification of the mind, that's all tapas is all about. Okay, purification of the mind and removing the desires, the decreasing the desires and ultimately having the desire only for Bhagavan, right? That kind of a tapas when I do, as set an example by Nara and Narayana in the avatarams that Brahma is talking about, then what happens? Then you become Narayana himself. Okay, that is why when you look at, just quote something from the Narayana Suktam for those of you who may know. This again, the Vedam came from, it's going to come again in the next slokam or so. Vedam also came from the breath of Bhagavan, and that says the same thing. Narayana paro dhyata dhyanan Narayana paraha. That dhyanam, that tapas that Narayana did, when you do that kind of dhyanam, the supreme most, then you become the supreme Narayana himself. That is the meaning, that is the lesson from this slokam, where the slokam number 6, where we talked about the avataram of Nara and Narayana. Now, when we talk of Krishna and Arjuna, they are exemplars of Nara Narayana. It's the same thing, because what did Krishna do? Krishna could not live without, Arjuna could not live without Krishna. And he carried out the instruction of Krishna. And then he merged with him. So that bhakti, that tapas is what that we are talking of. So it is no different from you and me. The same Nara is present in us and same Narayana is present in us. That avataram is very much part and parcel of us and with us at this moment. Now with this brief introduction, let me go into slokam number 8. Now here, again, Brahma is describing, listing, so to speak, some of the important Leela avatars, the manifestation in full splendor of the unmanifested prema, right? The uncognizable prema. It can only be experienced. So here he's talking about the Dhruva, during the Dhruva thing, how Srimad Narayana came and manifested himself to Dhruva and granted him, because Dhruva is an exemplar of bhakti and determination, and the only one thing that Dhruva did was listen to his mother. He didn't question her, he didn't ask when and how and why and all that, right? He immediately bent and followed her, took her words as his command. Same thing like Rama did for Dasharatha. This is the example of Vinayam. And Dhruva, as the name implies, shows determination, unshakable, a firmly established determination. A determination could not be shaken even by Narada. It was such a 5-year-old boy. Amazing how much he accomplished. Okay. In the devotees of Bhagavan, there is no age, there is no so-called caste, there is no varnam, there is no differentiation of poverty and wealth or scholarship and lack of it, or nothing at all. There are elderly people like Sabari who are great devotees, youngsters like Dhruva were great devotees. Okay, so all kinds of people are there, so there is no barrier or any pre-qualification required to be a devotee. Okay, please, this is a very, very important truth that we must understand. So this is the truth, and any other differences we create are only artificial, okay, and lead only to confusion. So here he talks about Dhruva, and he says in slokam number 8, Dhruva was obviously wounded tremendously, not a physical wound. More severe than a physical wound is a mental wound. The wound that somebody uses harsh words, okay, and how penetrating those are. And that wound takes maybe even a lifetime, if not more than that, if not longer than that, to heal, as opposed to a physical wound. So he was wounded by very vicious words, okay, by his stepmother and while his father was watching. And so then he carried out his mother's command, went to the forest, did the penance, and Bhagavan appeared in front of him and granted him more than what he asked for. First, Dhruva asked, forget everything I came here for. I want to be only with you. Then Narayana said, no. That's not what you came here for. Okay? Your thoughts, words, and deed. Okay? And they are not in alignment. You came here with the goal of getting the boon to go and sit on your father's lap. And the action you took to do the tapas also was in alignment with the goal of sitting on your father's lap. But now the words you speak, I just only want you, does not agree. Out of the three, the majority wins. So you got to go back and spread. The moment, even though Dhruva did not want to do it, imagine getting the presence of Bhagavan and then letting go. But he obeyed. He obeyed Srimad Narayana's command of go back. Because he obeyed, he said, I will do as you say. Karishye vachanam tava is exactly what Arjuna tells Krishna. Okay, that they all learn from Bhagavad Gita. I will do as you say. That is such an important lesson that we must all learn. I will do as you say. Okay, if Bhagavan says something, you must do it. Don't question. And so when he said it, Narayana was so pleased that he granted him much more than what Dhruva even wanted. He gave him the Dhruva planet itself. The planet is so exalted, and the bhakti is so exalted and such a supreme example that rishis who live in the various planets, here we are more spiritually advanced or less spiritually advanced, they all worship that particular planet, the Dhruva star. That is what the Slokam is talking about. Okay? Viddaha sapatni adita patribihi anti rajnyaha balaha api san upagataha tapase vanani tasma adat dhruvagatim grinate prasannah divyaha stuvanti munayaha yat aparya adhastate. Viddaha sapatni adita patribihi anti rajnyaha balaha api san upagataha tapase vanani tasma adat dhruvagatim grinate prasannah divyaha stuvanti munayaha yat uparya adhastate. Viddaha means pierced by, like when you're pierced by a knife or a sharp instrument, physically that's piercing. But same piercing takes place in the mind. Sapatni, the co-wife, okay? And her name was Suruchi. Udita, Udita means uttered by. At Udita, Viddaha Sapatni Udita, pierced by the words uttered by the co-wife. We know the name is Suruchi. The detailed story will come later. Patribihi, by very sharp words. Patribihi udita, very sharp words were spoken by Sapatni, the co-wife, and they, Viddaha, pierced by those words. And where were they spoken? Anti Rajnyaha, in presence of the king. These piercing words, these utterly sharp words were spoken and pierced by those words. Balaha, the son, the small child, api also. Son upagataha. Upagataha means to take to. And son upagataha, taking something that is very beneficial. What did he do? Because he followed his mother's command. I cannot help you. The only person who can help you is Srimad Narayana. Go and seek his help. He is the one who will help you. Which mother will talk like that today? Just name anybody. Send that small child, 5-year-old, to the forest. Which mother will do that? That unshakable faith of the mother automatically was contagious. That is how teaching is done. Teaching is always done by example, not by words. Okay? And so the small child imbibed that faith, imbibed that determination. And there was not even an iota of doubt in his mind that Srimad Narayana will help him. And so what did he do? He took to San Upagataha. Then one tapase vanani. He went to the forest to do that tapas, to seek Narayana and to ask him the boon. This is what happened. I was prevented from sitting on the lap of my father. And now my boon is, yes, please grant me the boon so I can sit on the lap of my father. That's all the simple thing was. On the way, such beautiful story this is that let me just take a couple of minutes to go through this. This is something that we can enjoy in depth, and one day I hope we will, because it's one of the most powerful stories of devotion. And every time I go through this, I literally cry. I learned this at the age of 5, by the way. Now, on the way, what happens? Narada comes. This little boy. I was walking on the streets of this city, the kingdom, and then he was going. The evening time it was, and sun was about to set. Narada asked him, "Where are you going?" He said, "I'm going to the forest." Then Narada talks and dissuades him, tries to dissuade him. You know, forest is jungle, is so many animals are there, cruel animals, ferocious animals, and it will be very frightening. There are ghosts living there. What will you do? Go to the forest. You have been used to sleeping on comfortable bed and living in palaces and all that. There is nothing like that in the forest. It's very hard life. Dhruva said, no problem. No problem. I'm going to the forest. And he said, then Narada, we asked him, do you know where the forest is? No, I don't know where the forest is. What are you going to do there? Oh, I'm going to see Narayana. And do you know what Narayana looks like? He said, I don't know what he looks like. Then why are you going? No, my mother said go there. So I'm going. Then Narada said, seeing Narayana is not that easy. So many rishis and munis, they're all doing thousands and thousands of years of tapas to get an opportunity to see him. Now you think you're going to go and see him? No, it's not possible. No, you're too young. Go back, he says. Dhruva says, no way. My mother said, go to forest, seek Narayana's help. Mother's word is God's word. And I know that will protect me. That assurance, that determination, that confidence, that absolute lack of doubt was pleased Narada so much, he was clean bold. Then he took Dhruva and told him the Shodasa mantram and then took him to the forest and all that. There, Dhruva did tapas for 4 months, basically. That's all. Phenomenal tapas. I mean, it's a tapas that mind-boggling it was because of his determination and single-pointedness. So when Narayana came in front of him, Tasma adat Dhruvagatim grunate prasannaha divyaha. Now, when Dhruva grunate, being prayed for, when Dhruva was praying, prasannaha, being satisfied with that, Tasma, with that, adat, he granted. So when Narayana came, the dialogue that takes place between Narayana and Dhruva at that time is something stupendous, out of this world it is. I mean, when you listen to that dialogue, the to and fro between Dhruva and Srimad Narayana, you'll be amazed how saulabhyam Bhagavan is, how easily accessible he is, okay, how easily approachable he is. Not accessible, how easily approachable he is. And how Dhruva talks back to him. And it's phenomenal dialogue that takes place. And then Narayana was so pleased, he adate Dhruva gatim adate. He grants him the Dhruva planet itself, the Dhruva planet. Even today, the Dhruva Nakshatram is there. And don't think of it just as a spherical globe. No, that's a mistake that we make because we are all scientifically trained. No, an object shines. How does it shine? Only through sacrifice. Where does the light come from? How does a star get its light from? Only through what we call in scriptures as sacrifice. And Dhruva Nakshatra, when we say, that is Dhruva himself. Because of the sacrifice, the selfless love, the determination with which he sacrificed himself. Sacrifice meaning what? Sacrifice all the desires. And the only desire is for Bhagavan. Okay, that's what we're talking of. That's why the Nakshatram shine. Even the constellations, the universal, the constellations in the universe, they all revolve around the Dhruva Nakshatram. Okay, please remember that. That's the most exalted boon that Srimad Narayana granted to Dhruva, the boon that no other devotee got. Right? Even Srimad Narayana was astounded at this determination and single-pointedness and dedication and discipline and love of this small boy, hardly 5 years old. He was amazed. He said, nobody has done like this, is what Srimad Narayana says. So he grants him the Dhruva Gatim itself. Divyaha stuvanti muneyaha yat uparya adhastate. Divyaha. Now, there are different planets in different galaxies and different celestial bodies, not only in our galaxy, but even beyond that. Okay, there are exalted souls, people who are spiritually very advanced. They have progressed. They all live there. People like Angirasa and all that, they all live in those planets. That is where the shining comes from. That's where the light comes from. And people, all those divine beings, and Muneyaha, various sages and all that, Stuvanti, they worship the Dhruva Nakshatram, the Dhruva Gatim, the Dhruva Nakshatram, they all worship. Why? Because when you worship a Bhakta, there's no difference in worshipping a Bhakta and worshipping a Bhagavan. A true Bhakta, when you worship him, exactly the same as Bhagavan. When I worship Hanuman, it's exactly the same as worshipping Rama. No difference. Okay? When I worship Radha, for example, there are some members in this group, I think, whom are, they say the mantram Radhe Radhe. So when you worship Radha with love, that is exactly like worshipping Krishna. There is no difference between Radha and Krishna. There is no Radha without Krishna. There is no Krishna without Radha. So it is like that. There is no Bhagavan without Bhakta. There is no Bhakta without Bhagavan. So they all stuvanti, they all worship Uparya Adastate. Some of them are in so-called higher planets and some of them are in called lower planets, which means levels of awareness, right? With the different levels of awareness, that's depending upon the spiritual progress. And they all worship this Dhruva Nakshatram. That Dhruva story is what the Slokam number 8 talks about. Bhagavan took an avataram, a Leela avataram. That is a beautiful, beautiful story that we can hear till ad infinitum and partake its sweetness. Viddaha sapatni adita patribihi anti rajnyaha balaha api san upagataha tapase vanani tasma adate dhruvagatim vrinate prasannaha divyaha stuvanti muneyaha yat uparya adhastate. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.